Good morning, guys. It is not the morning, it is the afternoon because I made this video already, and tell me why. I go back to it and it's gone. So now I gotta redo it. And from the beginning, from the jump, where do we start? Alright. Don't mind how I look right now. I just came back from school. So today we are going to talk about a very serious topic, and I believe is almost like a pandemic in nowadays society, you know what I mean? And it's pandemic of loneliness. Loneliness. What do I mean? Pandemic of loneliness. What does this mean? Everybody asks me. Which sometimes you might hear about it, but if you haven't heard about what they call the pandemic of loneliness it is basically people just feeling out of place in life. They feel just alone. You're just feeling like there's something that's not enough in life. And people ask me, like, why do I feel like this? Why that? Why can I not shake this feeling? Why is it so, I say, to withstand without giving in? Because I also think if you're giving in to loneliness, that means that you're settling for what you have or want in life, and so you could fill your own void of loneliness. Loneliness can stem off from multiple things and multiple reasons. It's not one reason fits all, and I will give you the categories on why we as our generation have made loneliness a pandemic. That's it. First topic is beginning. And I say in 02, we had 02 to 2002, that's when I was born, that's my generation. The first thing that came out for us is Bluetooth, right? What do we see all the time? I don't have my headphones on me, but what are they? They're wireless headphones that cancel out everything around me. And when I talk about this, I am not talking like, basically, wireless speakers you can't really hear. You cancel out the world around you. You don't really live in your life because you're living in your head. Honestly, what I mean by that is when we're in a song or we're listening to a song, we're just in the groove, we're in the zone, we're in our head, we're thinking about something, somebody, whatever the hell the case may be, we're not present where we're living in that right moment. Which I never say it's a bad thing. I never said that canceling out the world is the most horrible thing in the world to do. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that is one of the reasons on why loneliness is a pandemic in this world. It's not because I'm trying to attack, oh, you wear headphones, that means this is why you're lonely. No, I'm saying that that's also one of the minor details compared to the bigger picture of the painting. That's the paintbrush strokes that make it work to what then leads up to a very negative feeling of loneliness. So when we cancel out the world around us, we're not living or listening to our present. And what I mean by that is, say if somebody is trying to talk to you or trying to walk up to you or trying to say hi to you, and mostly nowadays everybody is so in tune with themselves, they don't realize the world around them. They don't want to walk up to people. They're afraid to walk up to them. Our social anxiety heightened throughout the years. It's skyrocketed throughout the generations of social media coming to a platform. I'm not even kidding you. You can look up the stats. Also, suicide rates. Sorry, I know this is hard, but in women, girls, younger girls in middle school, skyrocketed up since social media became a platform. And I'm going to tell you, my generation was probably the key type of people that were literally the guinea pigs for everything. The rest were a little bit older, so they understood a little bit more. They had MySpace, Facebook, so they were getting it. But our Gen Z, I would say, has opened up doors that we have not seen yet. We have not, how to explain what I mean by that is that we are in a different type of generation due to technology. We are in a different, I say realm, but like a different generation than the ones before us, because we are opened up to new things that other generations did not have, which is a positive and a negative, which in life happens, the yin and yang, the good and bad. It comes with everything. And that's going on to my second point. My second point is the internet. As we know, social media. This is the key point of why we're all lonely. But, Olivia, you're gonna ask me, like, Olivia, but social media opened up so many platforms so we could be in touch with people more. So, Olivia, it helped to connect to my long lost family members back in my country. Whatever the hell, yes, it has benefits. I'm not saying it doesn't. But whatever good comes is always gonna be a negative side. There's always gonna be bad. Or I say an overuse of something as well. And what I mean by that is, say, take a scenario of us, Gen Z generation. What did we grow up on? Instagram, Snapchat came out. I'm gonna say iMessage games as well, because honestly, half those things we could have played in real life. Not most. Most of them you could have played in real life, but we chose iMessages. Not including COVID season as well. I'm just saying games as well as social media accounts as well. TikTok, Vine, Snapchat, all things you scroll with an algorithm on it, right? An algorithm, if nobody knows, is basically your phone keeping data of what you like, keeping information of what you want to see on your feed so you could stay on your phone longer, so you could be on the app longer for them. I'm a business major, by the way, so yes, I know a little bit about the algorithm and things like that because I'm in business. So, back to what I was saying. So it's an app that is literally made for us to be interested in, to like. And I always say our phones are basically the attention spans we need to have in our lives. I always say, let me explain what this means. We always try to find that emotion to always be right, or always feel right, or always think our way is right, or what we like is the best. And what Instagram does is basically gives you that information, gives you what you want to hear. Listen to what I just said. Instagram gives you what you want to hear. Not that if it's true or not that if it's actually a good trend or something like that, or right in politics, whatever the hell the case may be, but it shows you what you want to see. Doesn't mean every single thing that you're watching is the same thing. It's not. Somebody on, say your friend, might have somebody different, have something else on their For You page contrary to yours. And you see the dialect here, so now one person is getting the most information, getting their own information, you're getting your own. So all of us are going to have our own opinions, and it's not going to really matter. Why? We're going to have our own opinions, and we're going to live in our own worlds. Honest truth to that. We're going to live in our own worlds. Our phones are going to create basically a reality of ourselves, and we're just going to be sucked into it. Honest, the truth, to tell you the least. Sorry. And as much as I say social media induces and helps people become connected, at the same point, it could be deadly to people who are searching for that void. That was weird. I never got that notification before. Yes. And as it is a plus. I'm not saying technology is the worst thing in the world to have. It has opened up many doors for many people, helped us advance technology and become more successful in life as a modern industrialization type of person. Too much, all right? Too much in what I'm making, but it's good. It does help us get connected, but in true honesty, how many people of your friends on your Instagram that you really care about, that you really talk to, that you really give a fuck what they're doing? Sorry for my language, but did you really care? You really don't care. Probably you got 4 people, probably a handful on your hand, people that you actually hang out with in person, and the rest are just be there. And it sucks. It sucks to be like that, because it's like, oh, I have so many friends, but in reality, actual reality, you have close to none. And that's how social media makes us feel. It makes us feel like we're nothing. We're worthless. We don't have that many people. We don't see many people. This causes us to have more social anxiety in our everyday beings. We don't want to walk up to people because we're afraid they're going to judge us, or we don't have enough followers or likes compared to what they do, or they look more like popular than me. What? I'm just making shit up, but I'm just saying, like, this is how people act when they have social anxiety. They don't want to walk up to people because they're afraid what they would say to their friends, whatever the hell the case may be, and why people don't walk up to each other. But this never been a thing. People used to want to make connections outside of a phone screen because they didn't have a phone screen to be able to make those connections as us. But we're not really making connections if we're just texting people. You understand? It's not genuine. People need human connection. It's scientifically proven. You can look it up. We all need human connection. We talked about this during COVID, how you could see the effects of it during COVID because you were not even around work or anybody like that. You came into loneliness and a deeper depression. A lot of people did. But nobody's actually realizing it stems way farther than COVID. It stems way farther from that time period. It's been happening without our minds realizing it because we're not staying present in the moment. Holy shit. So, causing us to use our phones for every single type of interaction, even to call somebody, it's not the same as somebody being present with you and you hanging out with them. There's somebody being in close connections with you and you talking to them. It's not the same. That's an actual biological, that's a literal biological human being right there talking to you. That's energy you're sharing back and forth. You're talking to each other. You could feel each other's energy. You could feel each other's presence. Even typically the body does too. That's the difference between relying on a phone and relying on people in your circle. And social media plays a big part on making people feel less of themselves. Because somebody could be on chapter 10 having everything that they want in their lives, and another person could be on chapter 1 starting their healing journey or starting their career journey. It makes people feel discouraged on where they're at and their milestones in life, which makes them even feel more lonely because they feel like they're not doing enough in life. Then, where that cycles back, I'm going to show you, it cycles right back into feeling just complete, utterly loneliness. Utter loss is another word. Despair, any of the types, which you try to be on social media, look for friends online, talk to people, go on dating apps, do the same thing, try to find a connection, but it's not real because even if you meet up with them or meet up with that person, what's really going to happen at the end of the day? Really, come on. It's only for one thing, and if it's not, if you get lucky, it's probably going to be a good 1 week, 1 month fling. It's not something so serious because the connection wasn't genuine from the start. It's all about genuine authenticity, all of it. And I believe that loneliness is also the cause of people not figuring out their authentic selves. And that's because of also social media. The photoshopping is another, again, cause of loneliness or self-doubt in their people in themselves, and this causes a chain of reaction. All this is just a chain reaction that's built up. I'm going to talk about a part. We talked about Instagram, we talked about the iMessaging and texting people, we talked about the Hinge dating. I want to talk about one thing that I missed, and that's Snapchat. Snapchat, you cunts, I'm coming at you. No, I'm kidding. And that's Snapchat. And let me tell you this, this is going to be explicit, so if you don't want to listen to this part, jump probably 11 minutes from here. But Snapchat, what did kids use Snapchat for? Like, tell me what they use it for. And I know since middle school, I've known people use this and sent things back and forth. So tell me that doesn't make somebody feel lonely, that doesn't make someone feel less of themselves by, first off, maybe their pictures being leaked. That was a big thing in my school. Big thing in my school. People were getting their shit leaked from Snapchat. People literally, it was like that. People getting what they were doing, sending pictures, explicit pictures, all the time. I hated Snapchat. Since the jump that it came out, I hated it. People would add me randomly and send me shit I didn't want, and I would get so pissed. What type of app is this? Really, what's the real benefit of this app? Really, someone tell me. A streak? what the hell is a streak gonna do? Even if you hit a certain amount of streak, 365 days, you didn't get nothing of it. There was nothing there. There was no reward. It was not like a game. It was nothing. It was just pure idiotic. I call it idiocy. That's probably not a word. I think it is a word in my opinion. But it's pure incompetence is the word. Incompetence, I believe. It's dumb. Another word to use for it. What, you post what you were doing in that moment, at exact time and moment. Oh, this is what I'm doing. Instagram had the same thing. Literally, what was the difference? Or did Instagram? I believe so. I believe Instagram did have stories. Or I could be wrong. And I think stories came out later. And that's why everybody liked Snapchat. But Snapchat was literally, I really hated it. I thought there was 0 point in it of sending a screen, a black screen, every single time, or a blank screen. What the hell is the point in that? Really, you're not even showing what you're doing. You're just trying to save a streak. That's sad. It's literally sad. The only thing I use Snapchat for, I literally use it anytime, was first, I did used to post a lot, just because I made it, I thought it was just a story thing, like people listen to you and shit. But in all honesty, it was just to show what the hell you were doing. I didn't use it for that. I was just having my fun, but not like that, but like having my fun using, just talking so much. I love to talk, as you cannot tell. It's 21 minutes in. But I never understood the point of it. I thought it was honestly a very redundant thing to even have. If Snapchat, Instagram was almost exactly similar to that. It was just another app. Didn't think it was going to get that famous. I really didn't think so. I thought it was just going to be like that, but people were really interested in it. And why? It's because they used it for the wrong doings. Most of them did. Why? Because most of parents never check kids' Snapchats. They checked the messages. So people and kids would do it on a different app, and they would never know the difference. Because most of the time, you would only see the stories, and if you clicked on the people, then you would never be able to see it again. So most of the time, you would just say, don't click on it. It was easy to work around your parents with Snapchat. Plus, the My Eyes Only. You really gave kids My Eyes Only. Come on. And I know they're going to say it wasn't meant for kids. It was not meant for the generation. But you opened it up in the generation that was at the age that was going to use it anyway. I think, let's look it up. Let's look up what age. Wait, no, I'm going to look on Apple Store. I want to see this Snapchat age requirement. When can you get it first? Age is 12 plus. 12 plus. Mind you, do you remember what I just said about that app? Instagram. And it has a My Eyes Only. My Eyes Only. This is Instagram. 12 plus too. Oh, what's another one? Let me think. So Twitter actually put their age requirement up to 17 plus. Wonder why. But Snapchat and Instagram is 12 and plus. Instagram, I feel like definitely they restricted more for kids not to do some stupid crap on. But Snapchat, you're not going to be able to change that. And that's my personal opinion. I will never use Snapchat, only for the memories. That is literally it. And that's what I have it for. I don't even have it anymore. I deleted all my apps. Literally. That's why if you saw everything had the cloud on it, I deleted my apps. It's good to cleanse. And that's another thing. From all this, if you want to be able to get out of feeling that type of loneliness, is really cleanse yourself away from your phone apps and everything like that. Just go cold turkey. And if you really need to, I say, record something or snap something or really be do the motions, and still, it's like an addiction. You have to do it. Use your camera, use your things, post, take pictures of yourself, what you're doing. You have it for memories for yourself. Make that more of a happiness for you. So that's what I have to say about the whole part with the apps. Now, I also want to add, again, another point is us not being more open, and all this creating this social media causes social anxiety for us as human beings to even interact with people. And I hate to say it like that, because it's like, how is that possible? Like, would you interact more by texting people all the time? No, you really don't. You're so more disconnected by texting somebody, or I'm like crouching down, like talk to hello. It's more, oh shit, this well. It's less interaction. You're literally tapping the screen. You're going tap, tap, tap. That's it. You're not feeling that connection between anybody. What, 30 tags? Or like talking to your friends? It's not the same. It's literally not the same. And I say it's the best thing you could honestly do is take a cleanse for yourself. Get off the apps. Do it for like weeks. Do it for a week. Do it for a day. Have a day once a week to do it. Find time to fit in that self serenity of knowing that you're present in this moment without your phone. Because that's the only way you're able to be present, is not by seeing everything that you see online, not by seeing what you don't have or what you want or what somebody else has and you don't have, or say you have a goal and say you have a gym goal, right? And say you're at your first step at going to the gym. This is your first time. And then you got your second person that's probably on their 10th chapter, been there for almost like 3 years, right? Been doing it, gym, has a really nice body, worked for her body, and is good, right? Is good for, I should say, not is good, but like, looks healthy and she loves how she looks, right? And you can see that because you radiate that type of energy, right? And this person is just scrolling through this other person's page, right? How is that person going to make them feel? They're not going to want to go back. They're going to feel discouraged. They're going to feel like, well, I can't get this way. I can't make it. In all reality, you can make it. You could make it that way, but you're just not on that 10th chapter. You're on your first. You're on starting a different journey. You're starting a different level, a different journey for yourself. Not a different journey, but you're just starting, just as that person did 10 chapters ago. That's the same that goes with life. That's just like an analogy I would try to give you for social media platforms. Also, advice, don't always have things in your ears. Smile at people. I also did this as an experiment in college. I smiled at people. Most of them, I swear, it was like put a gun to their head and I told them, don't look. I'm not kidding you. It was all over the place. They would get so nervous. Heads down, heads up, literally everywhere but to just smile back. And it was literally like they didn't notice if I was smiling at them or somebody else. And it happened, I'm going to say 9 out of 10 times. The one time somebody smiled back at me was because they didn't even have headphones on. They didn't have nothing in their ears. They were just walking. I'm so serious about that. So, I mean, take my advice, leave it how it is. This loneliness, I will have to say, this is going to have multiple parts because it's a big pandemic and multiple parts of why it's a cause. But I will have to say, for this first thing I'm going to talk about is all about our phones right now. Our social media affecting us as a generation ourselves. And we were the guinea pigs, but we're able to change that for ourselves. We're able not to be addicted to our phones or addicted to the system. We are able to break that tie. Trust me, I'm doing it. And I've been doing it for multiple times. And it's not the end of the world. Alright? Well, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next.